Tibetans and their supporters in the Netherlands are calling on their government to address the Chinese regime's ongoing repression of Tibet. They passed a petition to Parliament and held a 12-hour hunger strike. Our correspondent in The Hague has more.
Tibetans and their supporters are urging the Dutch government to take part in international efforts to free Tibet. They commemorated the Tibetan monks who recently set themselves on fire and held a hunger strike in front of the Parliament in The Hague on Wednesday. Groups supporting Tibet passed a petition to the House of Representatives on Tuesday, calling on them to make a public statement that would show concern about the situation in Tibet.
We would like the Dutch ministry to make a public statement, like we have the situation about in Tibet now in KT. The Germany, US, 12 other countries have done so. So we are asking them to follow the suit and make a public statement that the Dutch government is concerned about what's happening.
About 120 Tibetans participated in the hunger strike. They prayed for the 11 monks and nuns who set themselves on fire, 6 of whom had died. According to the Buddhist teachings, suicide is a sin. Many people say the accidents show how desperate the monks and nuns are. Also on Wednesday, the Dutch Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yuri Rosenthal, had a discussion with House of Representatives about China. Rosenthal says he wants to have a dialogue with Chinese leaders to achieve concrete results to improve human rights. Kerry Menson from the Unrepresented Nations and Peoples Organization, UNPO, urged the Dutch government to continue the discussion.
As the Dutch Parliament reflects on its relationship with China, we urge them not to end the discussions today. We urge them to reflect on the brutal tactics employed by this state against its own citizens and consider what message it wishes to send the world about such abuses. We urge them not to ignore the desperate pleas of those trapped under China's repressive rule. We urge them to speak out for democracy, human rights, and freedom.
A member of the Chinese Democratic Party that is based in the United States supports the Tibetans. I am here to support the Tibetans. I stand for their freedom, definitely. Uyghur, Mongolians and human rights activists also expressed their support for Tibet and called the international community to working together to end oppression in China. NTD News, The Hague.